Okay, so this is just a little tutorial with RViz. This is the ROSbot right here, and I have it connected with Microsoft Remote Desktop right here, and that's over here. So this is inside of the ROSbot right there. And so I'm using from Husarion's webpage. This is the URL right here. So it's husarion.com/tutorials/ROS tutorials/6 slam navigation. So this SLAM mapping, localization of mapping, right here is the tutorial page that I found helpful for getting the visualization up and running in RViz. So I'm just going to do a little demonstration right now. Also, I am going to SSH right here into my ROSbot, and this is just makes it a little bit easier for copying. At least I found it a little bit easier to copy and paste from their tutorial site into the ROSbot. And just 1 second here, I gotta get the right password. Okay, so now I'm also inside of the ROSbot here within my own SSH client. So we want to go to the ROS workspace, and from there we go to src, and from there the tutorial package, and then I believe it is launch. So that's the folder. At least that's where I found all of these tutorials here. So yeah, it's listing all of the ones that are in there. So I'm gonna create kind of arbitrarily tutorial number 7, since that file doesn't exist right here. Okay, so coming back here to this page, this has already all been done here at the top with the C file, which I didn't even do this, but somebody else did this part already. So that's already been done, and so I just jumped right down to the bottom here where we're going to start working with, it says start working with RViz. I believe I already tried, at some point to do this stuff, so I'm just going to jump around a little bit to demonstrate I think what can be done, possibly. So there's a few key details to watch out for here. This right here is where you're going to add in some information into RViz. And it has a bunch more information. I basically, right now I'm jumping down to the bottom here. I'm jumping down to right here. So almost at the bottom of the page, the web page, I'm going to be copying pasting this as tutorial number 7, where it's going to be using the RP LiDAR right here. Information. And so let's do that real quick. So I'm just going to highlight all of that. I'm going to copy it, come back over here. I'm going to go to create using Vim, tutorial number 7 .launch. Okay, and then I'm just going to paste all that information right here, and then I'm going to write it to that file. So now we can see that file, tutorial number 7, is there. And now that that's been created, I'm going to go back over to Microsoft Remote Desktop, and we have the ROSbot right here. So I'm going to go to ROS launch. First, I have the CD into the right directory, of course. ROS workspace, and then I believe it's src, and then tutorial package, and then launch. Okay, and right here now we see tutorial 7. So I'm gonna type in the ROS launch command and go to tutorial 7 .launch, and that should load up RViz for us right there. Okay, so it's coming in right there. Okay, so we have visualization program, but there's nothing on it. So this is where it's kind of complicated. And maybe this tutorial makes things more complicated at this point. So if you were to start at the beginning here, the first node they want you to add is, I'll highlight it, is TF. So we're going to do that. We're going to click down here to add, and then move this to where you can see it. And you have to scroll down and find TF. And this is what's going to visualize right here where the ROSbot is. So then going back, we'll go to the next spot where they want you to add some information. And that is all the way down here. You're going to add, go to by topic, and we're going to add scan. And that's going to add these red dots there that the LiDAR is currently scanning. So I'm going to do that. Go click on add, and then we're going to go to by topic, and then scans all the way at the bottom. Do laser scan. Press OK. So there, I'll zoom in on this a little bit. There we go. So that's what it's visualizing. And right now, this is kind of it's going to go a little bit crazy, but you can see it's currently spinning. Anyways. So probably not the best way to do this holding it, but for this tutorial, that's what we'll do. Okay, and then they want you to change a couple little things. If you see right here where it has global options, they have the fixed frame to the laser frame. So we'll do that. I just have laser. It just changes the kind of the orientation of the map. Okay, so then I'll go back to the next thing down here that they have you add. TF and scan. Right here they want you to change that fixed frame to ODOM. Okay, so down here, the next thing they want you to add by topic is map. So let's do that. We go to add, and then go to by topic. And then now I'm going to add map to it, and then that'll give us this nice big grid. And this will show you where there's potentially no open space, and then these black dark lines is like the walls of the room or whatever. And this is the point where you should be able to pretty much put the robot down. So I'll do that, and then go back here, and now it's kind of visualizing now. Well, I messed it up since I was holding it, but these red lines around the perimeter, those kind of the walls of the room right there. So this is, I don't know if that's a good tutorial, but there it is.